Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, there's a general perception that this war in Congo, the Congolese war, the war between the Congolese army and the M23 rebels, might be a determining factor in this AUC election. Now, the general perception, if you go by what people are saying on X and literally all over the mainstream media, is that this issue of the M23 rebels and the Congolese army might dent the chances of RAILA Odinga's quest to be the AUC chair. What has it, based on what I believe you must have stumbled upon, that President William Ruto called his French counterpart. He called Macron. Soon after this, war in Congolese started escalating. What has it that did not make President Tshisekedi happy? And that's as a result, when William Ruto tried to convene a virtual meeting, the president of DRC declined that invite. Now, reason why I believe this could dent RAILA Odinga's chances is that this is DRC, a vote that RAILA Odinga banks on. Now, DRC seems to be listening to South Africa, SADC. And what has it that SADC had previously endorsed Mahmoud Yusuf? I don't know that you are seeing what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen. I want us to explore this perception, the general perception, which are some 60% chances that is what might happen, but 40% chances that it might happen the opposite. Now, before we get further on this, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video. It's so important because when you like this video, that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel cannot grow. Now, President Tshisekedi, the DRC president, has a vote that RAILA Odinga wants so much. Now, Cyril Ramaphosa has a vote that RAILA Odinga wants so much. Now, let's say, for example, SADC, those countries in South African region, decide that they're not going to vote for RAILA Odinga, say in that event. And Felix Tshisekedi, the president who promised that he was going to vote for RAILA Odinga, decides that now he's siding with Cyril Ramaphosa, because what has it when Ruto tried to convene that virtual meeting, DRC president opted to meet, to have another separate meeting with Cyril Ramaphosa, who comes from the South Africa region, whereas Tshisekedi comes from the East African region. So the expectation is that since he is in East Africa, the expectation is that maybe he would have honored this invite, because Ruto, I think, has a position in the East African community. I think he's a chair. I'm not sure, but I think based on the vote that was conducted previously, he is the head. Now, the expectation is that maybe he's the one who was supposed to head that meeting, and then because of the Nairobi process or the Uhuru process, just like how Paul Kagame termed it, the expectation was that President Tshisekedi was supposed to honor this invite by Ruto, so that they could shed more light on the future engagement on this war. But since he opted not to, that sends a lot of political blows on the camp of William Ruto and the camp of RAILA Odinga. So what if this war, boils down to the election of the AUC, and that Mahmoud Yusuf profits from this war, because he can profit from the war? Of course, RAILA has not pronounced anything matters this war, because he doesn't want to take sides, because this is the issue of Kagame and Tshisekedi, both two presidents, whose main contention is of these Tutsis, our brothers and sisters in Africa from the Tutsi community, who happen to be part in DRC and part in Rwanda. Now, the ones in DRC are the ones that form the M23 rebel group, and as a result, based on the story that has been shared, is that they felt discriminated, and as a result, because of this discrimination, they had to fight. That's why they are now occupying Goma, which again, if you go by what is happening since this war escalated, is that there were mercenaries who were spotted there. Word has it that the M23 rebels were equipped with firearms akin to what the Israel forces used. So the big question is the international body involved here? Who is giving these people weapons? Earlier on, it was blamed that Kagame was the one responsible for this fueling of this war. But what has come out clear again is that the rebel group's leader said that Kagame is not involved. He came out publicly and said Kagame is not involved. So what he did, he exonerated Paul Kagame from this blame that he's the one who is fueling this animosity. Now, if you go back this story, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many of you are now convinced that this might dent Raila's chances of clinching the AUC chair position. I'm looking at this matter, and basically from my own understanding, I think it's going to affect him. It is going to affect him, especially because of this war between the two leaders. He's going to lose either side. We saw what Paul Kagame talked about matters Kenya, and we've seen what Tshisekedi has done, because according to the analysts of Tshisekedi, they think that Ruto was going to be biased.
We do not see, from where I sit, a possibility of a military solution to the challenges that faced Eastern DRC.
Now, we don't know whether he was going to be biased, whether he was going to side with Paul Kagame, but all we know is that Ruto and Tshisekedi have been friends. So I don't know how he was going to be biased. Maybe the DRC president must have realized that this issue itamaliza, because these are people in DRC. Despite the fact that they come from the Tutsi community, our brothers and sisters, but they are Congolese, according to Paul Kagame's assertions. Now, they belong there. They should not be chased there. So what is going to happen if this war continues and escalates further? Then most likely Goma itakuwa tu another country, small country, So that is what is happening. Or could we say that someone maybe wants to take over Goma? Who could this be? We can't say that Rwanda wants to take over Goma, because Rwanda has distanced themselves from this war. So, but who wants to take over Goma? Now, perhaps if you watch this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.